Evening all, you wonderful people. Welcome along. It is a Friday night live stream. Rev's got helmet hair. Literally stepped off the bike about an hour ago. Welcome everybody that has joined us. So hey to Gus, hey to everybody that's jumped in on the stream tonight. As always, if you want to comment, put your invites up the side and you can come up on camera. So we'll post a link up for you. If anybody wants to jump on the link tonight, you can do so. So hi to Subaru, hi to GB Patriot. Andy should be joining us tonight. The thing is, I've had Gus posted hi, and I can't see Gus's comment up on the side. So we did post everything up. Don't know what's happening with the Friday night live stream here, but it's gone absolutely stupidly nuts. At least the internet is working tonight. So we are going to cover a few subjects tonight. One of my subscribers did say, can you talk about speeding, which we will be covering, and can you cover what this new Euro 5.5 is? So we're going to cover all of that as well. A couple of rides that we did this week. So obviously it is the end of the Thursday night at the Lowndes Arms. It is also the Tuesday night Toxic Throttle has all disappeared up, and then also Oakley is on, but it's freezingly cold at the moment. And talking of the Lowndes Bike Night, Barnstormer is here, so Vince is here as well. Evening, Vince. Julian's just said, any news on the Lexi Terranium yet? It's on the way, but I've had no info at the moment. So we're still waiting to post out a few bits. I've got a few bits left down here. But Dave A70, he got his little camping stove. So he's very, very happy. And his battery is on my bike, but I am not riding this weekend. I have decided to have a weekend and take Mrs. B out for Sunday morning breakfast down to the local harvester. Or the Beefeater or whatever it's called anyway at Houghton Regis. So I did say to her, I'll take you out, we're going to have Sunday morning breakfast. And she went, why? I said, because it's going to be freezing cold and you deserve a morning out with me. So I'm taking Mrs. B out for Sunday morning breakfast, so I won't be on the bike this Sunday. Jamie did message me, oh God, it's about 4 or 5 hours ago now. He won't be coming up to Milton Keynes on the 20th now. He's obviously needs a new back tyre. His insurance is due. He's got loads of bits that he needs to put on the bike, and funds are running low. And obviously he's got to fork out for all the petrol to get up to us and get all the way back. So he has decided to not do the Sunday run, which is going to be next Sunday. There is a run on this weekend. If you fancy it, it's at the Gifford Park, and it's the Sunday fun thing, which goes on at the Gifford every now and then. But they're doing the Sunday run this Sunday at the Gifford Park, so you can still go to that one. Or you can go and do Super Sausage, which I won't be doing. Stuart's in. He said, hi, Rev, and to all in the side chat. Evening, Stuart. Your bike is just about finished, by the way, Stuart. So Stuart's got XTV that some little oik decided to try and steal and broke all the ignition lock on it. We put all this, the ignition lock back in, but it wouldn't lock. So what we found it was, on the headstock, you've got a tab that locks out into the pin. And that little bar had got slightly bent, so we had to take it all apart again, put it all back together and sort it all out. But it's almost together. We just got to do it in the morning. So hopefully Stuart might get his bike back tomorrow. But we'll let you know in the morning on that one, Stuart. But it's an absolute faff to get into all of those panels. It really is well put together. So that is done. The other thing was, oh yes, which yeah, that was the one. Yeah, 19-year-old going 150 mile an hour was nuts. It's all over the BBC. As I say, go and watch that video. And obviously the guy's 19, whacking great big sports bike, and gets collared, pulled, driving ban. And he got I think it was a 9-month suspended prison sentence for going absolutely nuts on his bike. Absolutely no point in speeding along like an absolutely, and just enjoy this from the, enjoy the ride. You don't need to go hacking around. Stevie is here. Evening, Stevie. I'm going to post up the StreamYard link one more time. So if Stevie does want to come and jump in, if you haven't seen Military Bikers videos, go and watch his last couple of videos. They're bloody brilliant. Stevie's done some really good videos, and he's done some great photos on the Instagram as well. So go and watch that. Stuart says, yeah, lucky he didn't kill himself. Yeah, 150 mile an hour on a sports bike. Absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. Gus just said, did you see the channel on the road video running with a road rage? Yeah. Welsh 4x4. I've watched the first little bit of it, and I'm like, I've got to watch this with the speakers on, because you're trying to listen to it with headphones on. I am going to go and watch that later once I get off the light. As I've got about 25 videos that I've still got to catch up with. So John Dyard, McLean, loads of other stuff, Haggis Whisperer. Peaky's not very well. He has the flu, so get better soon, Peaky. Sentence was silly. You should have got more. Yeah, 9-month suspended prison sentence for endangering loads of people on the road. And 150 plus he was on that bike, they reckon. But they did pull him off the bike and threaten him with a taser when they managed to block him off and cut him down. So, yeah, absolutely stupid. Certainly not the sort of speed that I would do. Now, we did Oakley last night, so jumped on Rocky. The video should be up in about a couple of hours or so. I'm still editing. We managed to put the drift on the side of Kath's helmet, and we shot off a 3 cameras. So my front facing one on my helmet, the one back onto us, and we did a little one off the side of her drift that was in. You can tell the difference on her camera because it's 1080p, and the light, it doesn't pick up a lot of light, so it was crappy, but you get an idea of what she sees from behind. It was freezing, it was cold, it was dark. I had all the lights on, and we sat about 55, 60 mile an hour all the way. Managed to get to Oakley. She was cold, to say the least. I was toasty warm because I'd got all my textiles on and my gloves. But we stayed for about an hour. We left at 8 o'clock and headed back in pitch black, lights on, blaring like a good one. And I dropped her off last night. And she went, that's the last time I ever ride at night. And I went, you're right. Yeah, did not enjoy that. So, yeah, she wasn't happy. She didn't enjoy the ride. It was uncomfortable. She couldn't see where she was going. And she absolutely froze. So she's decided, well, I'm not doing any evening runs. I'll come out on the weekends, but I'm not doing a nighttime run. It was horrible. It was cold. So that's her, that's her choice. So Rev is going to probably be solo for the next 3 or 4 months until the spring cuts in and we get warmer weather. But I ride all year round. There's a lot of guys that do ride all year round. So as I say, if you've got any comments, chuck them up in the side chat. If you want to come on the stream tonight, as I say, StreamYard link is on the side. Click up, come and join me, and you're very welcome to jump on camera. It depends on, obviously, how many people we get in on the stream tonight. So at the moment, let's have a look. How many we've got? 15 watching. So if anybody does want to come and jump in on the live stream tonight, you're very welcome to do so. Here we go. And we've got Vince coming up. He is over there. Now, Vince was the guy, he's known in the side chat as Barnstormer. And Vince is the one that decided to organise the night down at the Lowndes Arms. So Vince basically met me at, I think it was Emma's Cafe, and said, oh, we've got this thing. Do you want to give it a bit of a push? Which we was always happy to do. Excuse me. But great bit of fun. And obviously last week we went down, there was me, Kath, and we took Phil down with us. So Phil Lake went down with us, and also Boo from the Slow Boys went down and actually told us the real story of what went on with the Slow Boys. As I say, I'm not going to go into the BS and the drama of what happened. I've been asked not to discuss it, what happened with the Slow Boys. But just to say that I will not be venturing out to Super Sausage anymore after all the BS that I got fed from certain people. But thanks very much to Boo for obviously filling it in. So what you been up to this week, Vince? And your mic's off, by the way. Click the unmute. Still waiting. There we go. There should be an unmute button down the bottom.
There we are. How's that?
There we go. We found it. How you been this week, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Not much on the bike, to be fair. A bit of travelling up and down the motorway to Leicester with my laddies at uni. So, Yeah, but what I did want to say was, and I don't know if you've seen it, Rev, but I actually had some stickers made up for the bike night.
Oh,
and one will go on the sticker wall, obviously.
yeah.
But the one of the barmaids at the Lowndes Arms, she does a lot of charity work for a charity that's also supported by the Lowndes. And what I wanted to do was sell these £2 each, and just to generate a bit of cash for the charity. So if you go on the Lowndes, the bike night at the Lowndes Facebook page, there's a link in there, gives you details about what the charity is. So it's a charity that just does work for sort of families with children that are poorly, or they sadly pass away at a young age. So very worthy cause, and it's something that I said I'd do for Dan, just to generate a bit of cash for, as I say, his barmaid, who does a lot of work for that charity. So if you're interested, let me know.
Excellent. Let me just find, while I'm doing that, keep chatting for a minute. I'm going to find Lowndes Arms. I've got two different pages for the Lowndes Arms. I've got one for the pub and I've got one for the the food menu.
Yeah. So and again, as you said, the bike night, we managed to get 2 in before the season closed, and obviously. Sort of probably reiterating Kath's comments about the fact that it gets bloody cold this time of year. So the idea was that probably 2 is enough for now, just to get the interest going, and we'll restart in the new year, sort of springtime 2025, with the bike nights again. Dan, the landlord, is very keen to support the bike night, and he's also keen that if you just want to turn up on your bike, you'll get a really warm welcome from Dan and his team at the Lowndes Arms, and it's just something different than the going a bit further field. I mean, I live in Milton Keynes, so it's easy for me. It's just around the corner for me. But again, slightly different. Change the scenery from Longitch Diner, or Gasoline Juice, or whatever. All very good venues. But if you just don't fancy going that far, you live in Milton Keynes. I know not all of you do. It's just somewhere for a warm welcome, really. So we'll restart that up. The other thing I spoke to Dan about was that we would look to, when MotoGP's on Silverstone, actually doing something on the Sunday. So a bit more of an event, actually showing MotoGP the Silverstone round, outside bar, because they've got an outside bar that they open in the summer. So again, making more of an afternoon of it rather than the evening. So again, look out for, on the Facebook page, any of those sort of items where we do the one-offs. So either World Superbike rounds or MotoGP from Silverstone. We'll be developing in the new year.
And we've posted it up, so let's just have a quick run through this. So Stuart said Emma's calf's better. Poor old Brianna, she's walking at the moment in this weather. EUK Biker is in. Brie, how you doing, Rev? I'm a lot better. So the cough's just about gone. So I'm doing a lot better, thanks, Brie. Now, Gus has just said, I'm not going to Super Sausage either, partly because of the slow boys trade, but mainly due to the overpriced food, miserable staff, especially not welcoming at all. I went down, obviously, last Sunday to find out if I'd been banned or not, and I stood outside 25 minutes. We timed it, 25 minutes to stand in the freezing cold to go and get a cup of coffee. Vincent was there, Phil was there. Phil had actually brought his own packing up. He'd got packed sandwiches and cling film. And I said, "You're not going in to get something to eat?" No, he said, "I can't be asked with the queue and that. I brought my own." And he brought his own sandwiches and stood in the car park and ate his own sandwiches with a cup of coffee. But as I say, Super Sausage, it's not all that. It is a big bike cafe, and everybody's, because it's the only big bike cafe in the area. But Gasoline Juice now are really giving them a run for their money. Caesar, that runs Gasoline Juice, he's a lovely guy. He welcomed the slow boys with open arms, and he said to them, "You're always welcome back as long as you keep the noise down, and obviously no wheeling or revving." But everyone was well behaved from the slow boys. They all done. they had a good time. As I say, I've posted the link up. So if you go to facebook.com and it's the new, and there it is, the new Lowndes Arms. Everything that the pub does, whether it's events that they hold or Sunday lunch in there. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous if you want a Sunday lunch. We shall probably go over there in a couple of Sundays and have Sunday lunch. I actually rocked up last Sunday and I thought, oh, I'll go from Super Sausage. I'll scoot over. I can have a quick pint. The missus is out for the afternoon. I rocked over there at 11:30. The doors don't open till 12:30. So I'm like, bugger. Right, let's go home. So, yeah, that was the only thing. It doesn't open till 12:30. I wish I could meet you in person. Everybody wants to meet me in person. But one day I do get out and about. Let us know where you are. And if I'm up your way, I'll pop in and say hi. I always say hi to everybody. UK, I got went out to watch Aurora Borealis last night, sat out at -2, so now I've got to go. We did, obviously, we live right at the top of Milton Keynes. Our little village is called Little Brickhill, and all the neighbours were out last night. So I'm going to show you a couple of these. So that is the view over the back of my house. So that's how bright it was, because obviously we're higher up. You get a lot better view, and obviously you can see all the houses in the background, nice big. But the best shot was one of the guys in the village actually went up to our 18th century church and shot the back of the church with the sky behind it. And that is a photo. That photo is gone absolutely mad across Milton Keynes. Everyone's like, oh, the church looks lovely. But that is on, if you go onto Facebook, the Little Brickhill community, you have to be a member. But the photos are up there, and you can obviously see all the photos. But he done some really good photos last night. As for me, I had a quick cigarette, come back in. It was too cold for me, and first time in ages, I put the heating on, and she said to me, "Have you just turned the heating off?" And I went, "It's been on for 15 minutes. That's all you need. You're not getting any more. I'm not paying for price of gas." And she went, "Oh, well, I'm going to my mum's tonight. Are you putting the heating on?" I went, "No, I'm putting a jacket on." I'm sat in the office in a jacket. It's freezing up here. I refuse to put the heating on. Absolutely refuse to put the heating on with the price of gas at the moment. Stuart's just said, Emma, so you can have Triumph next door. Yes, you have. You've got Pure Triumph next door as well. So absolutely brilliant. Whereabouts are you based then, Brianna? Oh, is Brianna, I'll take it, is Cleveland is in America or something. Right, here we go. I'm heading down south next week. Might try find it in UK. If you go onto my, I think it's either my Facebook or my website, my mobile's in there. I was deadly telling people where my mobile number is. But it's normally on my website or my Facebook for Red Bomb. Feel free to message me up. I only ever use WhatsApp, mate. So, yeah, message me on WhatsApp. Just tell me who you are, and then I'll add you onto my phone, mate. But most of them I tend to either block or report. So I get 20, 30 a day. Hello, sir. How are you? I can improve your SEO ranking. You are very, very hard to find on YouTube and Google. Well, and my normal reply is, well, you've managed to find me, so I don't think anybody else is going to have a problem. Block, report, yeah. Oh, in the US, well, we are coming over to the US next year, so we're coming to do Sturgis next year. We're going to do Sturgis, I think it's Sturgis 85 with Military Biker. So that's going to be a good one. If we ever get out that way, we'll pop over and see. Hells, no, I haven't spoke to Drew for about a couple of weeks or so. He does obviously pop up on We Like Each Other's stuff on Facebook and Instagram and everything, but he is a very busy man at the moment. And obviously with all the stuff that's going on in America with this hurricanes and tornadoes and that. So I think everybody's just got their heads down at the moment, getting on with everything. So what you're saying is contact you via WhatsApp and say, hello, I'm here to ask you about your BIS extended warranty. Right, we are going to be, oh God, where is Sturgis? Oh, excuse me, God, you damn cough tonight. Sturgis Rally is in Sturgis Motors. It's in South Dakota. It's actually in Sturgis in South Dakota, in the Black Hills region. So yeah, so that's what it's going to be. That's the one that you need to find out what it is. So yeah, Sturgis next year, and it
Are you
is
going to be
on.
riding out there, Rev?
Oh yeah. What we was going to do, we was going to go out to meet Stevie in Canada, and then ride down from Canada to Dakota. And we looked at Harley hire, and Harley hire is horrendous money. The tickets to get on a plane, you're looking about $2,500-3,000 for a return journey. But we were going to do Canada down to Sturgis, and then obviously take the bikes back. And then someone said it's actually cheaper if, when you get out to America, just buy someone's second-hand bike, ride it around, and just give the damn thing away. So because it will cost you less to do that than it would to actually hire the bike. So that's what we're going to probably do. Maybe I live in Illinois. That's only around the corner. So just follow the Facebook page from the link. I'll try and come there with some mates when they have another event. Brilliant, Gus. Yeah. As I say, the more likes and subscribes we can get the Lowndes Arms, because obviously they're in the middle of nowhere, and they do struggle with customers. So, you know, the more trade we can get into the pub and keep, because country pubs at the moment are dying, literally dying the death, because they just can't find the trade. You know, they're being nicked with Weatherspoons with their cheap beers, and you've got your Harvesters and your Beefeaters. So, you know, the more money we can get into the local pubs, the better it is for everybody.
They are a family-owned business as well, so they're independent. They have to, you know, generate all their income. Just you know, they're a free house as well, so mix of beers are not tied to a brewery. So definitely one of those pubs that is you know, needs all the help it can get, really.
Exactly. Stuart's just said, who's going to the US with you? Well, I know there's going to be me, possibly Simon GTR. There was about 4 others. We've got names sort of being bandied around. I know Andy was going to go off to do his Portugal run or his Spain run at the same time that we're doing ours. So I know there's a lot of the guys from Wildbad that might go out to do it as well, and a couple from the ABR. So we shall probably know by about June next year who's actually going. But I know Simon definitely said he was up for it. Dare you to buy a 125 cruiser? I'll tell you what, wouldn't it be fun to go down to Sturgis on a Lex Moto? But then again, I'll probably get about 200 yards down the middle of the street in Sturgis, probably get pulled off the bike, and they'd set the damn thing alight because it's Chinese. So yeah, the only way to do Sturgis is on a Harley. So that is the only way to get in to do Sturgis. I won't be able to be there. Oh, fly or drive. Oh, that's a shame. I'll say, if you want some stickers, just drop me an email, mrredbomb@gmail.com. Drop your address in. I'll send you some stickers out, Brianna. I'll send you some merch out. So it's always nice to look after your subscribers. Richie's here as well. Hope to get out to a meetup soon. Now, this gentleman, I have known Rich for, oh God, so many years. My first girlfriend, Rich was married to her sister. So that's how long I've known Rich. So it's got to be, God, 40 years. But obviously Rich does bicycles, and he popped in the garage. He said, have you got anything cheap going? Most of our bikes are about 3-4 grand. But then, of course, Beck said, hang on, how about the 2 bikes that you're working on? I went, oh, yeah, we had a Suzuki, it's a GXX 600. I think it's a S or a T reg. It was running until someone run it out of fuel, and it needs the carbs doing again. So, and then we've got a 600 RR, but obviously that's got a load of electrical stuff that needs doing. So lo and behold, Rich has gone and bought the GSX, the yellow one. So we got it out, we gave it a clean, we gave it a wash. It looks quite nice now. It's in for me. I've got a couple of 3-hour stints on it. So I think it's Tuesday it comes in the garage, and it's a full carb strip down, carb rebuild, put it all back together, get the damn thing running, and then sort all the battery and everything else out and bang an MOT on it. So hopefully, Beck said to me, what you need to do is set all the cameras up and do a start to finish video of what the bike looked like to start with, what it looks like when you finish it. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be shooting about 3 or 4 long videos in what it'll be, probably a high-speed video where we speed everything up so you can see me whizzing around the bike doing all the bits and pieces on it. But yeah, we're going to do some videos maintenance-wise of that bike being prepped up, ready for Rich to ride. So bike's cheap because the license is messed up, not like here. Exactly. If you do the second-hand bike thing in the States, maybe email Shade Surgeon to give the bike to Forgotten Now. That'd be a good idea, mate. That'd be a good. Cheers, Slow, for that. Thanks, mate. Don't forget as well your caps here as well. So if you do want to come up on that, we are still doing that run. So if you do want to come up, we're still doing the ride from the garage up to Gasoline Juice on the 20th. So I know Jamie's not coming, but we're still getting everybody together to do probably one of the final rides of the year down to Gasoline Juice. And if it rains, it rains. I don't give a rat's. Let's just go and have one final ride before everything gets put away. Do it on a Keyway Superlight. They look like a Harley. Rich, 1984. Yes, it is a 1984. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, you reminded me now. Can you come to Illinois? I will try. If I'm out that way, I will pop over. Today's video of the AJS Medal Yellow First Red. I'll tell you what. That little 50 bar letter, the little 50 bar. It was a bar letter, not a Medina. I actually took it up Brick Hill Hill, and I said, the Lex Matter Web Coast, you're lucky if you get 20 to 25 climbing Brick Hill Hill. I actually sat there at 30 mile an hour, and I'm like, come on. And we got all the way to the top, and I come down. I was cheering away because I managed to get 33. I got an extra 3 mile an hour out of the bike coming down a hill. But it did it, and it's a great little bike. So yeah, good little bike, that one. So that's it's called the Barletta. Go and watch my video on the Barletta. It's hilarious. But yeah, it was good fun. Still planning to get down there for that. Brill. Yeah. So how's Jamie? Jamie is good. He's working his backside off, as they say. But he's obviously got puncture in the back wheel. His insurance is due. He needs all the petrol to get up here and get back. And he hasn't got the funds to do it. So, yeah, he's abandoned it at the moment. He said it's just, it's too much money for him to sort out. So he'll abandon it, and he'll probably do it next year. So that'll be good. Stuart, next year I'm doing a camping trip. Anyone interested? I'll tell you what, I'm doing ABR and Wild Bad next year. So if you want to come on either of those, ABR is good, but it gets very, very busy. I went, oh God, what did I do? I did just the Saturday and the Sunday. So I did like the one day. I went down on the Saturday afternoon. As soon as I finished the garage, I thought, right, I can get set up, go and have a beer, have the evening there, and then ride back on the Sunday. And have a look round the stalls on the Sunday. But the only thing was, I got there, I spent half an hour trying to find Peaky and all the boys and couldn't find anybody. Ended up going up the top of the hill by the Dunlop stand, come down the other side, and I thought, there's a big gap. Right, I'm going to whack my tent up there. And it wasn't until I put my tent up that I realised Tins on Tour were right next to me. So I got Sean and Faye right next to me. So managed to catch up with them, and it took me a good hour or so walking around to actually catch up with John Dyer, McLean. Graham was there, Haggis Whisperer, Peaky, Exeter Rider was there. There was loads of the big motor vloggers there, but it was really good. So yeah, definitely worth doing ABR. But obviously Wild Bad, there was only about 250 of us, so it was a little bit cozier. Little bit more of a people together family thing. Slow Rider was there on the Wild Bad one, and he wasn't Slow Rider on when we did the run out. Yeah, definitely not Slow Rider when we did the run out. And then obviously next year we're going to probably do Scotland as well. So June, bless you. Until August. Yeah, that's fine. UK, mine's in February. He's old. Yeah, we're all old in here. We're all old farts. Gus off to Spain to do the same trip as Andy GSA on September the 25th. I'll tell you what, the Pecos one that he's just done, absolutely brilliant. Iron 883, best bike. True, very, very good bike. I actually like the Street Bobs and the Fat Boys. I'm not a big lover of like the Road Kings and the ones with all the fairings. I just want a nice naked bike, feet front, and just get on with the job. But yeah, it's good fun. Right, we've talked about speeding, we've talked about everything else. The other thing that we had, Vincent. Oh yeah, Vincent is all good. I caught up with him last Sunday, but he's got a cold at the moment, and he's got a lot on, and obviously his flat is all flooded, so he's in different accommodation until they sort everything out with what they're doing to rebuild all his roof, because he's had a massive flood from upstairs where the water leaks. So hopefully Vincent's all right. I wasn't the slowest on the slow ride either. No, I know, neither was I. That was fun though. It was fun doing Wild Bad, and the best bit is just sitting there at night, just round the campfire and just chatting away with Richie Vida, because he just wanders around. You know, he's not one of these that's like, oh, you know, do you know who I am? I'm going to disappear off and you can come and meet me when you've got some money. Richie Vida is a really nice guy, but we enjoyed it anyway. So what's on for this week? So nothing this Sunday. Next week, I know that there is, a couple of meets that are going on that people have told me about. But I have said, obviously, send me some promotional material. Let me know when the ride is. I'll post it up on my page. But there might be a Tuesday run next week, a Thursday run. Oakley's on, but if you want to go do Oakley at this time of year, take your car. Nothing else on, but we are going to have a look around for a little pub where we can all just go out, have a few beers, and just have a quick catch up. So, yeah, we shall see what goes on with that one. Just need the basic bike that's easy to work on for long distance. You get a cruise, you can pick them up cheap and donate it. It's still working. There's someone struggling after the storms. Exactly. We might do that. Stuart, I think you should get a sidecar for Mrs. B. You wouldn't even get a near a bike, mate. She hates anything with wheels apart from her little Fordy Focus. So, yeah, that's what we're going on. What you got planned for the week, Vince? Anything good?
No, not much really. I'm going to try and get to the Gifford Park on Sunday. So that's
the Sunday run, yeah.
The Sunday run. There is the King Billy in Northampton, very old pub.
Yeah.
Just on the corner there. They're doing a bikes and burgers Saturday, I think.
Oh.
So they normally do it a Wednesday, but again, another independent pub that's struggling a little bit for custom. So the landlady's moved to a Saturday, and I think they've got live music as well. So again, worth looking out. The King Billy in Northampton, another independent rock pub, bikers pub, just on the corner there. Reasonable amount of parking. You can park up there, park your bike up there. It's on a thoroughfare, so you can get a lot of if you want to pose on your bike, it's a good spot to park up there. So it's it's worth a visit, I think.
Definitely. Howie's here. He's a bit late. What's happened? We've been talking, Howie, about Sturgis. We've been talking about obviously all the bike meets, super sausage and everything, and obviously the fact that Jamie isn't coming up to do the Sunday run next week. And I think that was about everything that we've covered. So just chatting about obviously bike nights all closing down. So the Lowndes Arms has had its last one. Toxic Throttle Club that I'm a member of. We've shut down till spring. And obviously
Tuesday, Rev, was it?
It's on a Tuesday. It's the second Tuesday of every month at
Fountain.
Yeah. It's at the not the Fountain, the Harvester.
Right.
So the Harvester in Loughton.
Yeah.
But it's normally second Tuesday of the month. I said we'll probably still go and have a pint, but it's not going to be like the bike night. So we're literally second Tuesday each month. Just go and have a quick drink and catch up with everybody. I feel if Andy GSA went, you'd have a convoy of bikes with a hotel with two wheels and love it. What about Complete Motorcycles going? I know. We did see that one. Another bike dealer gone to the wall. Yeah, loads and loads of bike dealers are going to the wall this week. Got to say, Rev, Triumph Rocky's looking really good in the last video. Thanks, Gus. Yeah, and he's doing really well. I've got a few more add-ons. I'm waiting for the Givey boxes to come, and then obviously we can black that up. Now, just off the back of that, complete motorcycles going tits up. Someone said to me, "Have you got?" Because obviously I haven't covered Euro 5.5. Have you got any geared 50cc motorcycles, or can you recommend a geared 50 motorcycle? There is nothing. There is absolutely nothing out there due to the fact that Euro 5.5 is on the way, and it should be here January, February, March of next year. Although we've come out of the common market, we are still being banged with EU emissions control, as they call it. So Euro 5 we are on at the moment. Euro 5.5 comes out next year. And it's not just petrol bikes, it's also going to affect all electric vehicles and all electric bikes as well. So all it means is the amount of emissions that you put out. And everyone goes, yeah, but electrics don't have emissions. No, but they're being strangled to the hill because they still have to meet the requirements for the regulations of the EU. So your Lexmoto Titan has bit the dust. It's now being discontinued. The WK SX has gone. The MXI is clinging on by a thread. There are loads of Lexmoto bikes. So LXRs, all the ones that are currently out at the moment are all being modified at the factory for Euro 5.5, which means that it's should be Gen 2, but we're Gen 2 and a bit now. So they won't do a Gen 3, but it's going to be Gen 2 with a couple of extra bits jammed on it to try and get through Euro 5.5. So what they're doing, electric bikes discontinued. So the Cypher has completely gone. The Elex has gone. The Impulse has gone. All the 50cc equivalents are all gone. They're all not going to be made anymore. If you happen to want a geared 50, which was a WK50 Scrambler, the other one that we had was Lexmoto did the Aspire, and a couple of others. They're all gone. All geared 50cc bikes are gone because they don't meet the requirements. Now, if you happen to have an electric vehicle next year, you will be paying road tax. At the moment, anybody that says, oh, I don't pay any tax all year, and it goes for your petrol cars as well, you're all going to be taxed. And I think they're putting 20 quid on everybody's tax. So you will have to pay tax now on electric vehicles and low emission vehicles. Another way for the government to get more money out of you. So, and obviously they're pushing everybody to electric cars and bigger electric motorcycles. Absolute load of crap. Oh yeah, and Stuart's just said there is the bike meet in Billing Aquadrome. So it used to be All Seasons CAF. I can't remember what it's called now, but we used to call it the All Seasons CAF by the garden centre. Push towards electric. Kazumoto is here as well. Evening, buddy. So Kazo has done a couple of really good videos. And we were talking about Kazo because Phil said, where's he moved to? I went, Tasmania. He's over there now. So, no, not Kazumoto. Chewy has moved to Tasmania. And obviously Kazumoto's down that way as well. I think they're either Australia or New Zealand. I lose track of all the people that I follow at the moment. Now, Blue Rock Motorcycles Hero 50, that is going as well. Yeah, they're getting rid of that one as well. So that's why I'm sticking with 27XR. Exactly. Electric vehicles ruin the road because they're so heavy. And the batteries, your batteries are only going to last you 10 years anyway before you have to change them. And the thing with lithium, it can't be recycled. So it goes back in the ground and it's not biodegradable as well. Working too hard. And it's 6:38. Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's early in the morning. I think they should be paying road tax ages ago. And Stuart likes your dog as well. Yeah, Kazo, that's it. He's in Sydney. And Chewy is in Tasmania. And then you've got, oh God, who's the other Australian one that I follow? Roland Keefe as well. So Roly, he's back out with the tail of the Fong or something. So he's back with his Fong tail. So yeah, there's some good stuff that Roly's putting out. Dog's daughter, she's out on the. Oh, there we go. Everyone's out on the piss tonight, and I'm sat here with. I've got myself a tin of Tango tonight because I'm working tomorrow.
You've been tangoed, Rev.
I know. I can't have any alcohol. I've got to have a tin of Tango and make do, and it's like, oh, I might go and have a cup of coffee in a minute. And then Gusser just said, who's going to buy second-hand electric vehicles? The batteries don't last. It's a problem waiting to happen. Exactly. You know, oh, I've got a 5-year-old Tesla. Who wants to buy it? No, thanks. Because you know you've only got 5 years left on the battery. You're certainly not going to go and spend a load of money on a Tesla when you know that you've only got 5 years out. UK. On the piece, I'm already love it. Right, I'm going to start wrapping up in a minute anyway because I've got to get an early night. I've got a long day at the garage. Quick one for you, Vince. We had a CBR 600RR popped in, and the guys obviously bought it from a well-known large company that sells motorcycles, and everyone knows who I'm talking about, but I can't mention the company. He had it about 2 days and it broke down. So he phoned them. They went, oh, that's all right. Just put it into a garage. We'll do it under warranty. Well, if personally I would have took the damn thing back and go, give me my money back. You know, this broken down. Give us my money back. He didn't do that. He obviously put it in the garage, tried running it. It ran all right. But every now and then it'd break down or it'd misfire. Now, that is, I don't know if you can see the gauge. That's cylinder 1.
Yeah.
So we got 75 psi out of cylinder 1. Cylinder 2, 50 psi. And then we did 3, 75. And cylinder 4, we got 75 out of that as well. So cylinder 2, massively down on pressure. And I'm thinking, oh, all right. And then obviously Phil said to me, put a bit of oil down the bore. Put a bit of oil down the bore, did the compression test again, and we got 75 out of it. Oh, it's either it's lost a ring or broken a ring, or the valves are one of the valves is stuck. So we've got to do leak off test tomorrow. I'm not saying, but that's.
Well,
that's
I thought, haven't Superbike Factory got a bit of a I just do what they do, prep on the bikes, and they
literally go round it, do a quick bolt check, tighten the chain, grease the chain, polish it up, stick it out on the shop floor.
Yeah,
they don't do any look over the bike, run it up, compression testing, or take it out for a run. They don't even test ride them. They literally clean them, polish them, put them out on the factory floor, and buy, as they say, something caveat or something. Buyer beware.
Which is horseshit, really, because you know you go back to a dealer when they look after you, right? So, but funny enough, you mentioned that location. It got me thinking about Carnell's. So Carnell's used to be it used to be when it first started. Stacey Bush was power biking, I think. You know
that was it, power biking, yeah.
And I was a teenager then, many years ago. But they had a guy that was taking you out on a, was it the RX 1000 or RX 1100? I can't remember.
Oh, something like that.
Big Kawasaki, and it was a police rider, and he took you out on a little sort of demo ride on the back of this bike, and I absolutely shit myself. But at the same time, I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And you know, so I know. So I was a lot younger than I am now. So so you had power biking, then it was Carnell's, and then I think that who was the big one that moved to Knoll Hill?
Oh God, I don't know the one that Knoll Hill was, but the ones that used to be at Houghton Regis, because it was originally Carnell.
Wheels International was Houghton Regis.
Yeah, but it was Carnell's before that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Carnell's. Then it went to Wheels International. Then it became the one that done all the. Oh God, like the Sinis and the CF Motos in there. Because I bought my original Z900 there.
Well, talk amongst yourselves for a minute, but I'm looking for something.
That's all right. You crack on. Stuart, petrol and a match and set light to all electric vehicles. Bless him. The large company that washes a bike and puts 50% mark on it, but see, Chip, that's what we trying to shift crap. Brilliant one, Julian. Brilliant one, mate. Oh, I tell you what, I haven't seen Chris for quite a while. Chris is the mechanic for CBRU. And one of the guys actually lives that way, about 50 yards across the road. He doesn't talk to me. But he works for Cheap Bikes or Us as well. So, yeah, he lives literally in my village across the street as well. Oh, message coming. Incoming message. Bear with a second. Oh, right. I've got a couple of messages on my Instagram threads. I've got loads of people following me on there at the moment. If so, they're using Chinese pop metal at the moment. No idea. There was a really good one on Facebook the other night, and I was like, no, that's just being nasty. And it's a guy's picture of a Honda, and he's got a crack that runs vertical straight through the front of the cylinder head. And he's actually put, has anybody got any answer how I can solve this crack in my cylinder head? And someone's actually put underneath, sell it for scrap and use the money to buy a new Lex Moto. I thought that was quite a good one from them. So they're knocking out Krapasaki's Yamimoto's now. It used to be oh god, what was it called? Yamasaki. So that the actual guy that owns the company is called Yamasaki. It's not a combined Yamaha Kawasaki. His actual name is Yamasaki, Mr. Yamasaki. And that's how they got the name. But yeah, Crappy Moto is probably be a better name for it. So, right, it is 9:15. I've been on for 45 minutes, guys. I am going to go and crack on with what I am doing tonight. I've got 3 more videos to do. And I have a 6 a.m. start in the garage tomorrow morning where we're going to obviously get Stuart's bike finished off, get the couple of bikes that I've got and do my valve clearance test and my leak-off test on this CBR 600. So thanks for coming in tonight, Vince. Much appreciated. Don't forget, guys, we posted up the link earlier. If you haven't been to the Lowndes Arms or given them a follow, then please do. As I say, there is the link down there. Go to Facebook, the new Lowndes Arms, Lowndes. Give the guys a follow. If you live in Milton Keynes, great Sunday lunch from 12:30. Don't do what I do and turn up at 11:30 waiting for the pub to open because, yeah, I pulled in up the top, up the slopes, turn round, come back down, bloody pub shut. And then I saw the sign on the door. We open at 12:30. Ah, bugger. It's 11:30. I'm not sitting here for an hour. I went off and got myself a McDonald's and headed home. So I would have loved to have gone and had Sunday lunch, which we probably do in the next couple of weeks. So new Lowndes Arms, guys, in Milton Keynes. Go give them a follow. And if you happen to be out in that way, pop in and have a beer. Dan Landlord's really, really nice. So great fun. Let's just go through some of these. Stuart is off. Have a great weekend, everybody. Ride safe. Thanks, Stuart. The UK is off as well. Julian's off for now. Rev, enjoy the tango. We do live dangerously, mate. I might go and put a port or a bit of gin in that or some vodka or something. So, right, good stream tonight. Don't forget, Stuart, I've got your hat down here. So, yeah, sitting down here, mate. When you come on the run, I'll bring it with me, and I'm sure I can find you a little bit more merch you can take back in your top box, mate. Don't overwork. I'll try not to overwork tomorrow. Won't be around next Friday. See you in 3 weeks' time. Howie, enjoy yourself, mate. Have a good one. Look after yourself. Good night. Oh, don't get too drunk. Bombard every message. That's actually funny. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Looking forward to new videos, Rev. Enjoy the live stream. Thank you very much, everybody. So, from Vince, don't forget Lowndes Arms, everybody. And keep an eye on all the stuff that's coming up on the Milton Keynes page. You've got Bikers MK and Biker Friends on MK. 2 big pages where all the bikers post everything. But from Vince and myself, enjoy the weekend, guys. Be well, ride safe. And as always, it's a big goodbye from us. We'll see you on the next one.